Hey everyone, my name is Megan and this is Painted and Distressed. This video is part of my Christmas series, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and click that notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a new video. I would highly appreciate it. This first project, we are going to take this tag ornament from Dollar Tree, and I am going to first take off all the glitter. And I chose these particular ones because there's only a little bit of glitter on them. But a little trick of how I get the paper off is I take my paint scraper, that's also from Dollar Tree, and I basically get the first layer of the paper off of it. And then I just go in with a wet wipe and the paper just disintegrates. And it's the easiest, fastest way that I have found to get paper off of Dollar Tree signs. And I know it looks like a lot of work, but I promise it's not. It takes, 5 minutes or so. And especially once you get that first layer off, then it just melts right off with a wet wipe or a baby wipe, whatever. And yes, you can just flip it over and use the other side, but I just can't. I can't do it. Anyways, so then I made a printable. And if you are interested in using this printable, please comment down below and I will give you a link for it. And so I just printed off on regular paper. I would recommend a cardstock, but I was having trouble with my printer this day, and so I just used regular printer paper. I would also recommend sealing it because, like with a clear spray paint or some kind of a spray sealant, because after I glue this, I do seal it with Mod Podge on the top, and my ink does bleed a little bit, and so I would highly recommend sealing it first to prevent that bleeding, because unfortunately it did happen. And then I just poke a little hole with a pencil, and then now I could have just left the bottom all white with the paper, but I just cut it a little short, and then now I'm just using this red and white thread that I got from, actually I got this from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just wrapping it around the entire bottom for a little added embellishment. And the sign does say North Pole Quarantine Area, and then it says on the bottom Santa's orders. And I actually got this idea from Instagram. It was from Style the Bullseye Instagram page, which is linked down below, and she has a printable that's similar to this, so I just kind of made my own, but hers is really, really cute. And then I just made a little smaller tag, and the little tags are from Michael's, and then I just made a little smaller one just to attach to the next piece. And then now I'm just sealing it with Mod Podge. And then now I'm taking this snow globe from the Target dollar spot, and it is so cute. It was only $3, and it's actual glass. I was shocked. Now it doesn't come with anything inside of it. I had because I was thinking of doing something else with it. Anyway, so then I just put our little elf on the shelf, whom my daughter named Snowy. This is our first year doing elf on the shelf, so anything to buy me a couple days where I don't have to move it is a-okay in my book. So I just wrapped some more of that thread around the bottom of it, and I'm just attaching the little tag. And then to get the larger tag to stand up, I am using some Jenga blocks just to make kind of like a little stand. And let me tell you, when I told my daughter that this magically appeared from Santa, oh my gosh, it was the cutest thing ever, and she of course believed it because she's only 5, and it was just so special that made this project completely worth it. And how cute is that? And so now she knows she has to wait a couple days before, because she went up to the North Pole to get her magic, and then now she has to wait a couple days before she comes out of her snow globe. So this next project, I'm going to take this LED projector nightlight that's from Dollar Tree, and I'm just taking it apart because all I want out of it is the little lens part that looks like a camera. And I'm going to make a Santa cam out of this, Santa cam ornament out of this. And so there's a lot of different ways you can do this, but I wanted mine to look a little more realistic because my daughter she's very inquisitive and asks a lot of questions. And so if I just added a vinyl camera lens to it, she would know that I'm full of it. So I had to make something that looked a little more realistic. So anyways, to make a hole in this clear ornament, which is from Dollar Tree, I just took the tip of my hot glue gun and then also some random tools, and then also my scissors, little tiny detail scissors, to basically cut a hole big enough to where I can hot glue the lens to it, if that makes sense. I did try to use my heat gun, but it started melting it, which is like duh, because I mean it's plastic. So anyways, once I got the hole big enough, then I just attached the lens to it. Now I would recommend painting the lens before or the outside before you attach it. Anyways, so I just painted it black, so again it looks more realistic. And then we are going to add some glitter to the inside of it. So I'm taking some Mop and Glow, which I have never purchased before in my life. And so all I'm doing is I just put a small amount inside, and I'm just rolling the ornament to get the Mop and Glow in the entire inside of it so the glitter will stick. So you just have to make sure that the Mop and Glow has completely sealed on the inside of the ornament. And then you just need to let it dry just, I don't know, a couple minutes. I let it drain completely to make sure there's no extras and no air bubbles or anything like that. And then I'm just taking this fine glitter shaker bottle thing that has a bunch of different colors of glitter that I got from Hobby Lobby. And then I'm just rolling it inside, all of the glitter in the inside of the ornament to make sure it completely covers the inside. And let me tell you, this turns out really pretty. I'm not a glitter person at all. If you've watched any of my videos, especially when it's not the holidays, I do not like glitter. But it turns out so pretty when you just do the glitter in the inside of the ornament, because then you don't have to worry about fallout or anything like that. And it just gives it such a really pretty look. And then once I have the entire inside covered, and then I just dump the rest out, any excess out. And then I just let it dry overnight. And then I put the top back onto the ornament. And then with my Cricut, I just cut out Santa cam. And you, by all means, do not need to use a Cricut. You can just use a paint marker and just write on here Santa cam. Or you can use stencils, anything like that. I just used my Cricut because my handwriting is never straight. So then using this wine bottle cover, I don't know, from Dollar Tree, it has this little cute little Santa hat on it. And so I just hot glue it to the top of the ornament. And then just using a little bit of the gold ribbon that was also on the wine bottle present thing, the wine bottle bag. I just used that. But actually, I just ended up sitting it inside my tree, so it does look like an actual camera. And my daughter loves this. And I hope you do too. This next project has to be one of my favorites. I got this really cute Christmas toy box from one of my mom's friends. Hi, Linda. And it's so cute, but it's a little outdated. It's kind of 90s. And so she gave it to me to update. And I've had it now for about a year, trying to decide what I wanted to do with it. If I wanted to maybe add modernized toys or something like that to it, just to modernize it. But I've been really into the winter wonderland theme this year, and the ski lodge and all that rustic type, lots of trees and stuff. So what I did is and everything was hot glued inside. So once I got everything using my heat gun to melt the hot glue, once I got everything done, then first thing I sanded down the entire box, and then I stained it using Rust-Oleum Java just to give it a more modernized look. And then I painted these snowflakes white, and these are going to go on the box. And these of course are from Dollar Tree. And then I decided to make little skis. I really like the ones from Dollar Tree, the ornaments, but they were going to be too big for this box, and so I'm just taking some popsicle sticks and just cutting them down using my miter shears that I got from Amazon that are linked down below. These are my favorite tool. And then I'm just painting them white with chalk paint. This is my folk art Adirondack white. And then the poles are just skewers cut down, and or you could use those, but what I did is I just cut the ornaments from Dollar Tree. I just took them apart and I just used those because they had the little round thingy. I forget what they're called, but and then I'm just painting them black. And you can see in the top corner there, that's the ornament I'm talking about from Dollar Tree. Those are the ones that I took apart. And so now I'm just deciding how I want them to look. And then I hot glued them together. And then we needed a lodge. So I spray painted using Rust-Oleum matte white this little village house from Dollar Tree. And I added a little wreath to the front. And then I am just writing lodge. And then I add little candy canes to the front of it as well. And then now for the inside, I was going to do fake snow, but I decided just to lay some stiff felt to the bottom of it. And so this is just a big sheet of stiff felt from Hobby Lobby, and I just used Gorilla Spray Glue, and it worked wonderfully. And then for the front of the box, I put Stay Cozy, and I got that from the Target dollar spot. It came in this really cute pack of tiered tray decor stuff. So I just put it on the front because that way I can use this all winter long. And I love interchangeable decor where I don't have to, put a whole bunch of stuff up for Christmas and then put it down the minute Christmas is over. So that's what I did here. And then I'm just adding a bunch of different sized trees that are from a combination of Michael's and Dollar Tree and Target dollar spot. And then the little deer from Target dollar spot, as well as the little sled with the tree on it and the little sign. And then that little ski lift is also from the Target dollar spot. And then I added some little snowman. That little sled, I just spray painted it black. That's from Dollar Tree as well. And I just hot glued everything. Not everything, but the majority of the things, so that way when I moved it around. And this is how it turned out. I think this is so cute. I just love it so much. This next project, I'm going to take one of these Dollar Tree MDF wood plaques, and I'm just taking off all of the paper again using the same technique, and then I just painted it white. This step is it's not really necessary, but I was originally just going to paint it, and I was also originally going to use those houses that you see at the top of the screen as well. But then I changed my mind and decided to use these houses. And these are all from Target dollar spot. And then I decided to use this fabric, which I have used in several videos now. I had it left over. It's from Joann's. I had it left over from last year. And I just love it. And so then I just used some Mod Podge to attach it to the plaque. And then now I'm adding some little embellishments to the houses, some little wreaths and little trees. The little wreaths are from Hobby Lobby and the little mini trees are from Dollar Tree, just to give them a little extra character so they're not so simple, but I still wanted to keep it a little simple, if that makes sense. And then I use a combination of super glue and hot glue to attach these because it is being attached to fabric and some of the houses are a little tall, so I wanted to make sure that they stayed in place. And then I'm taking, so this is a stocking holder, and so I'm taking these little wood trees from Dollar Tree and I'm going to use these as our hanger. And so I just used a combination of hot glue and super glue. And how cute is this? I absolutely love this. I think it is so, so cute. Now, if you saw any of my Halloween videos, I made these for Halloween, and I just had to make them for Christmas as well. So I'm just taking these wood cutouts from Dollar Tree. They're the ghosts and the witches' hats. So I'm just painting the ghost white and the witch's hat red, and I'm going to attach them together because we're going to make little gnomes, little Christmas gnomes. And I attach a little pom-pom to the end, and I thought it needed a little something extra, so I have this little wood snowflake from Dollar Tree, and I'm just staining it, and then I'll attach it to the front. And I did add a half wood bead for the nose on both of these. And then for the hat on this one, I just used some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just doing the same thing, attaching it together. And I added a smaller pom-pom to the hat on this one. These would be really cute on as present toppers as well. And I always like to put the year on my ornaments that I make them, because that way I can go back and look throughout the years and see what year I made which ornaments. How cute are these? How cute would these be on presents? I mean, and then you could write the person's name on the hat. So cute. This next project is so simple. I made these last year, and they're so simple, but I just love them. I really like cozy looking ornaments or handmade fabric ornaments. I don't know how to describe it, but anyways, I'm just taking these ornaments from Dollar Tree and I'm just wrapping yarn around them. That's all I do. I just wrap some yarn, just adding hot glue every so often to make sure that the yarn stays in place. And then I just add different size pom-poms to them and a little gingham ribbon to the top, and that's it. And they're so cute, and I made several of them in different colors, and I love seeing them on my tree. They just look so cozy and cute, and I love them. I think they're so cute. And you can do it with different shapes as well. And these ornaments are super easy to make as well. I'm just taking some twine and different size wood beads, and I'm just stringing them on. And then if you see in the top of the screen, I have these little tag ornaments from Walmart that I absolutely love. They're so versatile too. You can do so many different things with them. And so I'm just taking a couple of them and I'm just going to attach them below the wood beads that I just strung. And I left a little loop at the top to hang them. And then I just added my own bows to the ones that didn't come with bows, and this is how they turned out. These would be really cute for present toppers as well. I think these would look so cute on top of presents. And this last project, I made a bunch of gingerbread decor for my kitchen in a previous video, which is linked down below if you're interested, but I needed a bigger sign for my kitchen, and so that's what we're gonna make. So I'm just taking this sign I got from clearance from Hobby Lobby, and I just painted it crimson by Waverly, and then I have this wood gingy cutout from Dollar Tree, and I'm just staining it using Waverly antiquing wax. And then now I'm going to cut off one of his legs. Don't worry, he's okay, I promise. And this wood is so thin that I just used an X-Acto knife to cut his little leg. And then I just take some puff paint from Dollar Tree to color in his little buttons. And then for the little, on his arms and his legs, I'm just taking some green and red check ribbon from Michaels, and I just attach it to all of his limbs. And then I take a white paint pen from Dollar Tree, and then I'm just making his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. And I definitely made his eyes kind of big. And then I wanted his mouth to kind of be like, oh no! And so that's what I did there. I'm not an artist. I should have used stencils or something like that. But that's what I did. And then I gave him little eyebrows. And then I end up filling everything in with some puffy paint and also giving him some zigzags all around. I think he kind of looks mad. I am not an artist by any means, clearly. And you can also use that rickrack, I think that's what it's called, rickrack ribbon. I know all the craft stores sell it, but I just used puffy paint just so he looked, because it is going to my kitchen, so that way he looked a little bit more like a cookie. And then I'm just using some more puffy paint for his tie, which I should have just actually painted instead of using the puffy paint. I should have just used regular chalk paint. And then now I'm just hot gluing him to our sign. And then this project was done. Oh, and then I added, oh snap, with my Cricut. But again, you can just handwrite this. You don't need a Cricut for this. And then now this project was done. And I would love to know, what is your favorite Christmas movie? I have been watching all kinds of Christmas movies, but I would love some more recommendations. And I would love to know, what is your favorite Christmas movie? I can't choose a favorite. I have way too many. I love them all. But I would love to know down below. And if you haven't already, please give this video a big thumbs up. I highly appreciate it, as it does help my channel to grow and get noticed by YouTube just a little bit more. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye!